But just to say, there's all these stories about Sharira and all the magical events that happen around them. So, one of those Sharira came to King Ashoka temple. When the Sharira arrived, the temple got its name. So, in the year 281, was it, or 283, this relic. And what is a Sharira? What's a relic? It looks like a crystal to some people. It looks like a green bean to other people. It looks like a rainbow to other people. It's a small, kind of like a stone that would come from a large wedding ring. That's sort of the size of it. People who have been to the city of 10,000 Buddhas, on our festival days, we open the Buddha's Sharira Hall. It's in the wordless hall, the Wuyantang at CGDB. People can go and bow. I think many people here listening today have had that experience. We have Buddha's Sharira. They're much, much smaller. And we also have Master Empty Cloud's Sharira, which are much bigger, and Master Hua's Sharira there as well. So if you've seen Buddha's Sharira, it's quite marvelous, quite wonderful. So the Sharira that made it to King Ashoka temple are famous. Over time, many, many miracles have centered around people who make vows in front of those Sharira, or who bow, or whatever. Now, the story goes that if you go to Ayu Wangzi, King Ashoka temple, and go up, if you have to get permission, because this is it's hard to describe, it's a semi-public sacred site. In Europe, people know about Lourdes, Lourdes, famous miracle site, and there are other miracle sites, the miracle of Fatima, and all kinds of wonderful stories centered around Catholic saints. Well, Buddhism has its sacred sites. And if you come to King Ashoka temple, you let the monk know that you'd like to make a vow, and he allows you, he approves. You go into the舍利塔, you go up a staircase, and there's a wooden door, and you go into this special hall. Now, there's carpet on the floor, which is unusual in a Buddhist monastery. You take off your shoes, and on both sides of the hall are large Tripitaka cabinets where the Dazangjing, where the Buddhist canon is held. And these are big, tall, full-length wooden cabinets. So it's a very solemn atmosphere inside. The air is different, very quiet, very still and calm. And you're walking around in your stockings, and it just feels different inside. So you go in, and the scent of incense fills the room, and there's an altar. You come around the side, and from so the monks are, depending on your conditions, if you have the affinities, and the monks see that the situation allows you to make your vow or to pay respects, they bring out the Sharira pagoda, which looks, the Sharira container looks like this. This is, the camera is very close to this. It's not this big. From my picture of it, looks really big, right? So it's about the size of a couple bread boxes. Anybody have bread boxes anymore? It's about, you don't have my camera, this big and this big. And it hangs from a chain over this altar. You offer incense to the censer, and then kneel down on a kneeler and the sharira is hanging from a chain in the ceiling, and you apply your eye to a grate. This is, you can't see it on this side, but there's a grate, kind of like a, as if you had a speaker mesh, and you look, put your eye to the grate and look inside and see what you can see. And everybody sees something different. So the story goes that according to your affinities with the Buddha's sharira, you will see a different sharira. The monk, depending on who you are and what affinities you have, the monk can explain that there inside inside this holder, there is a inverted, it's a bell, a hanging bell, and underneath it is the actual sharira. And some see here, here's our, yeah, that's the entrance that as you come in, this is you walk in here and then go up the steps and into the hall with the sharira. Now, Master Empty Cloud bowed to this 3,000 times a day. And you'll recall the story last week where he said he saw something at the start of his vow that was different from what he saw after bowing for 2 weeks. He bowed for a fortnight. And the sharira had changed. It was different at that point. Now, I found this very interesting website. Let's see here, right there. This is Ms. Chow, who writes a website about bowing to the relics at Ashoka Monastery. She is a traveler and a Buddhist, and she was accompanying her father. Her father was going to investigate the other Fabao at King Ashoka Monastery, including this stele, this inscription. Father was interested in the inscription. She simply went to accompany him, and also the Buddha's footprint, and kind of stumbled in to, here's the Sharira, King Ashoka Temple, King Ashoka Monastery. This was 2010. I will tell you that it has, here we are. Things have changed. They got an infusion of offerings. Here's the Liberating Life Pond. And it's a little different now. It's been improved. I first went in 1989, and it was fairly primitive at the time. We were allowed to see the Sharira and heard the story of how it survived the Cultural Revolution. Shuli Dian. This is the hall. You go upstairs. The Sharira is held up here. So, and you go down the hallway and inside, up the stairs and all. So the magical part of this is that everybody sees something different. I bowed and knelt down on the kneeler, and the abbot who was guiding us, because we were there as American guests from City of 10,000 Buddhas. He was excited to meet disciples of Master Hsuan-Hua, because Shifu's name was well known in China. So I applied my eye to the grate as the hanging Sharira stupa was there, and I saw something purple. It was clearly purple, and it was kind of fuzzy. It was distinctly purple, and it had a kind of, it wasn't distinct or clear. So I looked and, isn't that okay? And then the monk behind me Hung Chao, Marty, looked, and he's like, oh, yeah, okay, good. And then there were 3 other monks with us, or 5 of us all together. Everybody got a chance to look, and we're all like, wow, that's kind of amazing, huh? You know, nobody knew what to expect or what it was. So we thanked the abbot, everybody bowed, and then got in the car, drove away. And we compared notes. And sure enough, Marty, Hung Chao, had seen a white thing that looked like a pea, about the size of a green pea. It was pure white. And 2 of the other monks, somebody had seen something red. Somebody had seen something that was kind of indistinct, but it was vibrating. And one of the monks saw nothing at all. Couldn't see anything. And he was really bummed out because, I don't have affinities with it. He later on returned to lay life. He's no longer a monk. But it's, our blogger here telling the story of her trip saw something, let's see, we'll let her tell her story. She said, everyone sees the relic in different colors. In our group, yellow, white, blue, green blue, like the earth seen from outer space, like crystal. She saw shimmering silver color with a golden glow like a pearl. The old Japanese monk saw a rainbow color. It's not a human bone, but a tiny sphere-like relic stone. So everybody this is a blogger who tells the story.
上人留下的舍利子，经过整理，总计有上万颗。舍利花有1000多颗，牙齿舍利有12颗。舍利颜色有素白、怀黄、翠绿、藏蓝、靛紫、玄黑等多种。其中有许多凝结在骨头上的舍利，晶莹光泽，好像翡翠玉石，非常稀有难得。根据文献记载，古印度人称呼米粒为舍利。释迦牟尼佛入灭火化之后，有5子，好像5色珠，光莹坚固，大小如同米粒，所以称之为舍利。舍利是戒定慧所熏修，是最上福田。因此，涂皮后得到的舍利，是证明修行人在戒定慧方面有相当的成就。上人生前大力提倡持戒、修定、发慧，一生讲经说法数万会，难怪牙齿也烧出舍利。宣公上人的一位弟子认为，牙齿舍利足以证明上人是真语者、实语者。将正法带到西方的宣公上人，虽然肉身已经火化，但是他老人家教导大众遵循佛陀遗教，以戒为师，以及搭衣、日中一时、转法轮的家风，将永远在万佛圣城以及各分支道场程序发扬，共同为正法注释